Petrović-Njegoš was born in Montenegro on 22 April 1881 as the eighth daughter of Nicholas I of Montenegro and his wife Milena. Unlike her elder sisters, Princess Ksenija was not sent to study Russia at the Smolny Institute. Along with her younger sister Vera, Xenia was educated at home by tutors in Montenegro. As a young girl, Xenia's father had high hopes that she and her sister Vera would marry members of the Russian imperial family. In 1898, Princesses Xenia and Vera and Crown Prince Danilo traveled with their mother to Italy in order to visit the recently married Elena, who had married Crown Prince Victor Emmanuel of Italy. Later that year, arrangements were made for Xenia to wed Alexander I of Serbia. However, she refused to marry him. Princess Xenia was said to be extremely wholesome and in possession of a sunny disposition, and was known throughout Montenegro as much for her charity as for her activity in athletic sports. As a young woman, Princess Xenia's appearance in contemporary newspaper was almost entirely the result of seemingly never-ending rumors of suitors, engagements and marriages. Speculated candidates include, but were not limited to, Alexander I of Serbia, Greek brothers Prince Nicholas, Prince George and Prince Andrew, and Ernst Louis, Grand Duke of Hesse, among others. At the July 1899 wedding of her brother, Crown Prince Danilo, Princess Xenia met Prince Nicholas of Greece and Denmark, who were representing his father, George I of Greece. Later that year, the betrothal of Princess Xenia to Nicholas was announced. For reason unknown, their engagement fell apart and the couple never married. Through the years, others would claim she was engaged to Princess Vittoria Emanuele, Count of Turin, Prince Luigi Amedeo, Duke of the Abruzzi, and Ferdinand I of Bulgaria. Despite the courtless rumors circulating about her various impending engagements and marriage, Princess Xenia chose to remain unmarried. Xenia was also remembered as the first woman to drive a car in the Balkans and the first princess to take up photography. The princess passionately loved photography, and the camera was always with her. In addition, the princess wrote her memoirs. As her father Prince Nicholas grew older, Xenia served as counselor of his later years. She was brave and strong, and she was determined to do everything in her power to save what could be saved. In 1909, during some disagreements between Montenegro and Austria, Xenia took a conspicuous and leading part in some anti-Austrian protests in Montenegro. The Austrian government took her action as an insult and called for the strongest kind of diplomatic protest. As Nicholas was in debt to Austria for many past favors, especially concerning financial assistance, it was unsure what punishment should be given out to his daughter, and eventually decided on temporarily exiling her to France. Nicholas was crowned King of Montenegro on 28 August 1910. During the Balkan campaigns on World War I, the king and his family fled to Italy after his country and Austria could not come to agreement over peace negotiations. The terms Austria offered were deemed to be unacceptable in Montenegro, and the royal family, along with their diplomatic corps, consequently fled. In cooperation with activist Alexander Devine, Princess Ksenija and the sister Vera helped organize the relief of interned Montenegrin prisoners in Austria. After the fall of Montenegrin monarchy in 1918, Princess Xenia retired to live in France, where she survived World War II and continued to live in Paris. After the war, she carried water in various humanitarian societies. As poverty grew, Princess Xenia did not hesitate to do typing in one factory. She died wanting to return to Montenegro in great suffering and poverty after 44 years of exile. She died in Paris, France, on 10 March 1960 at the age of 78. After her death, her devoted work to Montenegrin photography would become the focus of a 2010 exhibit at the Slovenian Galleria Fotografia. The exhibit read, "The materially modest legacy of Princess Ksenija provides us with almost intimate insight into the private life of Montenegrin Princess Ksenija, who has been famous for her intellect and talent, but before everything she has been known as an adamant patriot. Her deep love for Montenegrin nation and homeland is expressed through images of Montenegrin everyday life which were made during the peaceful time of her life before she found herself in an unacceptable situation of a refugee. Photographs of Princess Ksenija are images which were deeply impressed upon her memory and that she cherished with love throughout the decades of her exile, reaching out for them in the moments of despair and nostalgia." That was the Montenegro in the magic hive of Montenegrin princess. This is the Montenegro of her youth, of her hopes, beliefs, her hidden thoughts, and unrealized ambitions.